Welcome back to another video tutorial by Voice First Tech. My name is Patrick and I'm one of the project managers at Voice First Tech. Today we're going to be talking about how you can create voice apps with absolutely no coding experience whatsoever. Let's first talk about why. Why would you want to create a voice app in the first place? Well, let's first talk about what a voice app is. A voice app is any application that is used on an Alexa device, a Google Home device, working with Cortana, Alexa, Google Assistant, or Siri. She's not supposed to be listening.
I'm not sure.
So the why. As we've seen in 2017, there were 35.9 million smart devices purchased. 35.9 million. Now out of that, 33.2 million of those were smart speakers. So that's most of the sales of smart devices were smart speakers in 2017. All right, so that was last year. How's 2018 looking? 2018 is currently on track to almost double those sales. Just in 2018 alone, there's expected to be 56.3 million smart speakers sold. So whatever's currently out there, however many smart speaker devices you currently see, I've heard the numbers of 25% of all homes have smart speakers in there right now. Whatever that number is, we're going to double that and then add all that to the home. So another 56.3 million are going to come in 2018. Number two, you've got world improvements. So this is going to increase your audience because people who are currently disabled and limited from the mobile interface, from the web interface, and from other ways that they can interact with technology, they're not limited in voice. So people who are blind, can't see, are still able to speak and interact with an Alexa device. People who are amputated and don't have arms or other appendages that they need in order to interact with web technology, you can still interact with voice. And the same with disabled and other people who are currently just limited in the web and mobile interfaces. Voice provides an opportunity to reach these customers, to give them honest and unique engagement, and then also to provide them value to their lives that they wouldn't have in any other aspect of their lives. Third way, get paid. When you submit an app to the store, both Alexa and Google offer in-skill purchasing. So if you want to sell a product, if you want to sell a service, you can do all of that right inside of the app. So without breaking away from the interaction, the customer can talk to your app, get all the information that they need, and then instantly make that purchase associated with their Amazon or Google account without having to go into a website and enter in their credit card details. Last one, have fun. If you're a hobbyist or if you have any interest in the smart home space or the IoT, Internet of Things space, voice is your way to really start playing around in here. And I'm going to teach you how with absolutely no code experience. So how? Now that I've gotten all of your attentions up and your excitement up, how are you actually going to build an Alexa skill or a Google action without any coding experience? Well, Alexa and Google both offer resources that are free that get you started from step one. Alexa is what I'm going to talk about first because it's a little bit more popular, but I prefer Google's for a no coding background because Google offers absolutely no code solutions where you can build an app for Google Assistant without any code. Taking a step back to Alexa though, we've got 5 templates that Alexa or that Amazon has released that helps new developers learn how to code for the voice interface. These templates do involve coding, but the tutorials they give are literal step-by-step. It is very hard to mess up unless you don't have an internet connection or you can't read English. If those are problems, which I'm sure they are for some people, translate the page into your native language or get an accurate internet connection by going to a cafe. Now once you get there, to the website, link in the description below for all these templates. There are 5 options. You can make a fact skill, you can make a quiz game, a team lookup, a trivia game, or a how-to app. These are very diverse, which give you a great starting point to expand into other app or other business ideas. This is one of the ways that Voice First Tech actually got started. We initially start with a framework for one of the Alexa templates, and then after we've gotten that running and said, okay, this is running, we've tested it on our device, now let's customize it. And that, I think, is a great way for a lot of people to go out and build apps. Rather than trying to start from scratch and build everything up, why reinvent the wheel when Alexa and Google give you all of these free tools so that way you can get started? So then, if you want a fact skill or a quiz skill, team lookup, trivia, or how-to, you can go ahead and create that. And then after you put it up, you can just change it and customize it to your own. It's very easy to go in and modify that. If you have any other questions about it, ask me in the comments below. Moving on to Google Actions. This is my favorite space. I personally am very excited about Google Assistant because Google is the giant in search engines. So I'm very curious to see how they bring the discoverability to the voice app space. For no-code solutions, that means you can build an app without putting any code in. Google already has 3 templates for you. They've got a trivia game, a personality quiz, and flashcards. What's nice about these is you go in and you select which app you'd like from Google's nice interface, and then all you have to do is fill in values in a little Microsoft Excel spreadsheet. So for the trivia game, I built this for a class I was taking, and for the trivia game what I built was really basic animal trivia. So it asks questions like, what animal makes this sound? And then it would make the sound, and then you had 4 options to pick from. And the class loved that. It was nice and easy to build, not too difficult. For the flashcards, I used that one to study for finals. For a geography final I had, I think a year ago, I went in, took that Excel spreadsheet that they give you, I typed in all of my study guide, and then anytime I wanted to study for that final, instead of going and cracking open the books, I said, Alexa, Google, open my flashcards, and then she would immediately start testing me. So then I could scatter my testing throughout the day. It really changed up how I was able to do my learnings. The one downside with the no-code templates from Google Assistant are you are limited to the very rigid structure of that Excel spreadsheet. You can't take these skills and modify them to do other things or to expand upon the features. You're limited to trivia, personality quiz, and flashcards. If you do want to still use Google Assistant to actually build apps, but still want to start with a template, Google has continued to expand this, but they have categories now, which is awesome. You can think of, I want to build an app for food and drink. So you can select that option, and then Google will automatically give you the starter template for how a food and drink app would be set up. Same if you want home control. If you want to build a smart device for the Internet of Things community or just for your own personal space, you can build that app and then you can build that app with the starter from home control that's provided by Google. And there's lots of other categories, but games and fun is another one that's really cool because gaming is a space that's just starting to come about in the voice space. We've got some basic trivia games. Last week, Bethesda released Skyrim, the very special edition, on Alexa, which is like, in my mind, a Dungeons and Dragons kind of game, but she's your dungeon master. So this is just the start with games, and games are going to continue to advance on the voice interface as a new way to either augment or replace the current modes of playing video games. So we've now talked about why you would want to build on Google Assistant and Amazon Alexa and how you would do it with no coding experience whatsoever. Now let's talk about what you have to do in order to actually start implementing this, either to learn how to code, how to get paid, improve your business, or to just have fun. I've got a bunch of links in the description to all of the tutorials that I've already talked about, as well as some of the key statistics that I brought into here, because if you're going to say statistics and facts, you need to back it up with the sources. It's the age we live in now that we're in fake news time. Again, visit our channel, Voice First Tech. Our main goal is to provide free education to learners. We believe that information should be free and should be shared rapidly, because that's going to lead to increased collaboration, which is just going to create more ideas that are going to benefit all of humanity rather than the select group who are able to afford the training. So we're trying to make this open source, we're trying to make this collaborative, and we want to empower you. You are the learners, you are our target audience. So give us comments in the feed below in those comments section if you have any questions, if you want to learn some more, if you have any ideas of how we can help teach you to enter into the voice space, because there's a lot of excitement here. The clients we deal with at Voice First Tech are so excited to enter this space. We talk to them and we can just hear the excitement in their voice, how they already have their business, they already have customers, a lot of the clients that approach us, but they see the potential that voice is going to bring, how it can change up the interactions that have been defined by the industry for the past decades. And now there's this awesome opportunity, there's this big old green field for all of us voice developers to go into and start creating this space. It's our decision. We are the ones who are going to shape the future. So start learning and start executing and create your own future, because it's in your hands.